Somewhere between moments of solitude and the hush of the open road, I found myself searching for signs that drift to us from places just out of sight. It is said that messages from the beyond reach us when we need them the most, often cloaked in feathers, winds, or the glint of unexpected light. We reach out, often quietly and without words, hoping for a sign that we are not alone in our journey. Sometimes these messages arrive gently, the sudden flash of wings in the sunlight, the subtle shift in the wind, or a song on the radio that echoes an unspoken question in your heart. Other times, these signs are bold and unmistakable, like the sweep of a great bird across the sky, its presence feeling like an answer whispered from the other side. It is in these encounters, both delicate and profound, that we find comfort and meaning. They remind us that the boundaries between worlds are thinner than we imagine, and that solace can come from the most unexpected corners of the day. The act of watching, waiting, and receiving these small miracles is itself a form of connection, one that grounds us even as it lifts our spirits to something greater. Here we go again. After I was baptized in the baptism river earlier in the day, I found the energy from somewhere to return to the Astro Beach. Once set up on the beach, I had my attention divided between potential aurora in the north and the rising Milky Way in the south. An hour and 15 minutes later, Lady Aurora awoke and demanded my full attention.
Look at that. Purples.
All right, let's give a little commentary here. So on the screen here, you can see the greens and the purples. For me, it is all one color. It is bright white, and the pulsing that you see, I can see that as well with my naked eye. Oh, love it! I love it. At some point, while I was watching the back of the Sony during the live recording, I swore I saw my mother's face in the aurora. I looked up at the spot, and for the briefest of moments, I saw her face in the sky. I am a deep believer in the supernatural, but I approach odd events with a skeptical lens at first. Could this have been pareidolia? It very well could have been. But given the reason I was even on the beach that night in the first place, I choose the supernatural. Thanks, Mom. That was an experience I won't soon forget. I was out of commission the next day. I did try to do another sunrise photo from the Trombolo, but I was too exhausted and nothing worked. I slept a bit during the day, but would not venture out again until Friday evening. The smoke I had been fearing finally arrived. Thursday and Friday looked like it was cloudy outside my window, but if I stepped outside, I could see the sun in the sky. But I could also look at it directly without pain. With just one night left to photograph, I would head out again Friday evening. I would shoot all night, but the smoke would be just too much. Hey guys, I'm back at the Icelandite Fens on the north shore of Lake Superior, just north of Grand Marais. This is my astro site. You can see my camera already set up, just waiting for dark. This is my last night this time around. I'm going to continue on the Milky Way and Ophiuchus. When I was out here Wednesday night after all the waterfalls, I ended up coming out. I overdid it that day, so yesterday I didn't do anything. I was once again recuperating back at camp. But Wednesday night was something incredible. The Northern Lights came out unexpectedly again, and man, what a show. I'll put that footage in here in this video somewhere. But what a night. They were straight up above me, dancing, flashing. It was incredible. Mostly greens and blues, but again, wow. There's a little bit less of a chance tonight, but who knows? So if they come out, everything will pause. as usual, and I'll focus on that, and then try and get this Milky Way stuff taken care of at another time. So we'll get to it. Tomorrow morning, I'll work my way back down. I got 4 waterfalls I gotta hit on my way back to camp. I'll get a few hours of rest and then probably head out back home around midnight or so. So we'll pick you up in the morning from the waterfalls. On the way back to camp, I would stop at a falls that I had never seen before on the way to Cascade. I had driven past Fall River Falls many, many times over the years and never realized it was there. After a brief stop at Cascade Falls and the lodge for breakfast, I attempted to see one more unseen falls. The climb on this one did me in, and I turned around before I even got close. Exhausted, I returned to the trailer and fell immediately to sleep. That afternoon, I received word from my Aurora sources that a CME was inbound for the following morning or afternoon. That smoke was still so bad that I wasn't sure I would be able to see the lights, and I would spend the rest of the evening watching forecasts and trying to decide whether or not I wanted to extend my stay. At 11 p.m., I decided to extend my stay one more day and fell into a deep sleep. At 11:30 p.m. or so, NOAA released an updated forecast calling for the imminent arrival of the CME. Unbelievable. Beginning at 2 a.m., my phone started going nuts with CME and Aurora alerts. I slept through all of it. I was absolutely furious when I woke up and saw that I had missed the whole thing. I texted a friend who is the keeper at Split Rock Lighthouse to see if he had been able to get out. He responded that he had, but the smoke was so bad that he really couldn't see anything. He sent me a photo of what he had taken, and my fury was knocked down a few notches. Seeing that the smoke was not going anywhere anytime soon, I decided to pack up and go home. From Minnesota to Missouri, the smoke was so dense that you could safely look at the sun. I parked the trailer and finally arrived home around midnight. 4 hours later, I was up again and headed into work for an important training class I was scheduled to attend that week. Such is the life I lead. Here are the images I pulled from the Aurora footage. In the end, healing from loss is not about forgetting, but about learning to carry our memories forward, finding traces of love in the world around us, and allowing those small miracles to guide us. Each day we take another step, slowly weaving strength from remembrance and hope. And though the journey is never easy, it is in these moments of connection, both seen and unseen, that we begin to heal and move forward together. As we open ourselves to gentle signs and quiet reassurances, we discover that the bonds of love endure even in the absence of physical presence. The journey through loss asks us to listen more closely to the wind, to our hearts, and to those memories that still shine brightly. In honoring these connections, we acknowledge both what we have lost and the life that continues, finding peace not in letting go, but in moving forward with courage and compassion. Thank you all for following along on this trip. I hope that you found some enjoyment, and like me, maybe some comfort. I would like to thank all of you who have subscribed so far, as well as those who make these journeys possible, but most especially my wife. She is my rock and my light. Without her, I would be lost and nothing. If you enjoyed this series, please like, comment, and subscribe. My goal for 2025 is to break into the triple digits.